Welcome everyone to Imaginative Visions Gaming Central. JDW Justin here, back with another review. And today, my friends, we are going to be talking about Herdling, which is available on your PC and console devices. And as always, I give you a brief synopsis of the game, so let us get to it. Herdling is a brand new adventure from Okomotive, creators of the atmospheric and acclaimed Far Games, and Panic, publishers of Firewatch. Head out on a grand alpine expedition with a herd of lovable beasts as you ascend a mountain path, encounter eerie dangers and surprising obstacles, and forge your way to the mystery at the summit. Now, let's talk a little bit about the story here because the story is presented in a very unique way. Hurling is a wordless tale that proves that silence can be just as powerful as dialogue. You step into the role of a shepherd guiding a herd of mystical creatures called calicorns across a vast, scarce world towards a distant mountain summit. Along the way, the game explores themes of companionship, care, and survival. The narrative isn't told through cutscenes, though, but through moments you share with your herd, helping them recover after injuries, resting at campfires, or narrowly escaping predators. These quiet, lived in beats make the journey feel deeply personal, as if the story is unfolding between you and the creatures you protect. And that's one thing I really did enjoy about this game is those nice subtle moments of the game where you are just with your herd and you could be at the campsite or just traveling and just exploring the vastness of that beauty that is the world. I thought they did a really good job of really exploring that. And even though it's not told in a narrative sense of cutscenes and dialogue, you get the gist of what this story is about. And sometimes the best way I could describe it is that the game is 100% it's peaceful. This is one of those mellow games where you can just pick up and just get lost in this atmosphere and gameplay concepts. And I thought it did a really good job with that. Now, in terms of gameplay, at its core, hurling is about keeping the herd together. Using Shepherd's Crook, and you issue commands to stop, slow, sprint, or stampede, and you often need to carefully time these to guide the calicorns past hazards. When one stumbles or is hurt, you heal it with berries, you pet it to calm it down, or clean the mud and dirt from its coat at the camp. The mechanics are simple, but because your herd can bleed, panic, or be lost to predators, every choice carries weight. While most of the game is tranquil, set pieces do come into play here, like owl like hunters or tent sprints across unstable terrain raise the stakes, and controls feel a little bit tighter in spaces. But once the rhythm clicks and guiding the herd becomes meditative and does become rewarding, the controls, I would have to say, could use a little bit of tweaking. It takes a while, honestly, to get used to the controls. I use the Xbox, but I have PC. I have PC, folks, and I have Xbox on PC. So I use actually my PlayStation 5 controller. So I'm using my controller, use R2 to like command the herd, but you also have to use your analog to direct them on where they have to go while holding R2. And then sometimes the herd has a mind of its own. They want to go the other way. So it does feel realistic, like how an animal will behave. And I thought it captured that very, very well, especially when you're going through those larger terrains. There are actual puzzles in this as well, where the herd will actually help you with puzzles. It could be something like pushing a train, pushing a box away. So they do implement the herd. It's just not you constantly guiding them. The herd does actually help you in terms of the gameplay. And like I said, it's a very mellow, peaceful type of game. And what actually helps and captures that a lot is the visuals, because it has this kind of paintery and atmospheric look to it. Rolling hills, mist-filled valleys, and frozen cliffs are rendered with handcrafted softness that I really feel like invites you to take it all in. Especially there's shots when, especially when the sun is out, you just stop your herd. You can use the stop command and just pan the shots and just absorb the just nice paint-like aesthetic for it. I thought it does a really good job. The calicorns themselves are brimming with life. They have twitchy ears, clumsy trouts, and small huddles that make them feel like living companions. While it's not a Marvel showcase, the art direction, I will say, I give it credit. It's very, very stunning. It's very gorgeous. It reminds you of games such as Journey, and it's just a beautiful, mellow looking game. And take a shot every time I'm saying mellow, but that's the best way I can describe this here. And in terms of the sound here, the audio and is where this game really shines here. The soundtrack flows with the pace of your journey. It has that nice, and now I'm a sucker for piano pieces. So they actually have this piano piece that really helps enhance the moments. It's calm, and they also give you some nice orchestrated themes as well that rises when danger is striking or when the environment is about to become the adversary. It's ambient sound designs from the crunch of snow to the whoosh of the wings over her grounds. It does a good job. I played this with headphones, and you feel it in your headphones. I will say though, the dialogue without dialogue, you will think, oh gosh, this is not going to really help me capture the theme and the tone of the game. But the music is where it does that job for you. The music helps you invoke the emotion of what you're going to be feeling here, and I thought it did an excellent job for that. As far as replay value goes, the game's gonna last around 4 hours, minimum 6 hours, depending on your exploration. It's a short experience and it's largely linear in structure, means replayability is limited. However, collectibles, herd customizations, naming your herd is also cool. I gave all my herds animal names like Rex, Xerxes, things like that. So this it gives reason to revisit it, but for the most part, I feel like this is kind of a one-trip deal, but that doesn't mean it's not good. So let us bring up our power bar meter, my friends, because you know what time it is. It is time for our rating system. So let's give our final verdict here. And as you know how we do it here, we have max power up, which is the game's a masterpiece. Level up, excellent, engaging, rewarding. Checkpoint reach, good, fun, but has a little bit of flaws. Low health, weak, struggles to deliver, and game over. I hope I never have to review a game over. Not worth your time. I'm giving Herdling a level up. This was an excellent, engaging, and rewarding time. It's peaceful. It's something to relax with. Highly recommend it, my friends, especially if you have Xbox Game Pass. Download it. It's not that much gigs either, so download it, check it out. It's a fun game. It's mellow, and take another shot because it just said mellow. Anyway, this is Justin from ImaginativeVisions.com for Gaming Central. What did you think of Herdling? Comment below. Let me know if you like what we do here. Hopefully, we earned your subscription, and if we did, please hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell. Helps out the channel, helps out the website. Catch you on the next one, folks. Later days.